So I thought I'd start this Redstone tutorial off with a little bit of an introduction, because it's like my first video with voice and my second video ever, so, I thought I'd have a little bit of a moment at this cozy campfire, and just say, yeah, this is me, hi, and, I made some really cool Redstone creations, and, since this is a new Redstone channel, and just channel in general, I'm not sure I'm only going to do Redstone. Just since it's a new channel, feel free to give what you think, say what you think, and give me advice in the comments. Yeah, thanks, and let's get into the video. Hi, I'm Panda, and this is a little bit of a Redstone creation tutorial show-off thing. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to call it. So, I made a timer, and typically when you see a timer when you search for like a timer tutorial on YouTube, you'll see something that functions a little bit like this. It outputs a constant short signal. A short signal at a constant interval that runs indefinitely. It's a hard sentence to say, but I don't know why I did that. But that's how a typical timer or redstone clock functions. And, I didn't see any that function more like a real world timer, where you set the amount of time you want it to run for, you press the button, it doesn't output anything until the timer is finished, and then it outputs, a short signal, represented sometimes by beeping or ringing, So that's what I made. So you can see, yeah. That'll work. I just was checking whether or not it would work. I press this button and then it runs. There's this modified etho, hopper clock. Hopper clock, but it's the pulse extender version, and then this functions like a falling edge monostable circuit, and then this is just a pulse extender. If you don't know what any of that stuff is, it doesn't matter. I'll explain it as I'm building. So I think we missed the actual output, so I'm just gonna do it without showing you the insides. Okay, there we go, lit up. So yeah, I have the timings over here on how you actually set the time. So, I'm gonna be honest, guys. My math probably isn't 100%. You can feel free to check it, but if you don't have the energy to do that, this is a pretty good basis to use. So, a 1 block minimum, it won't function with less than that, or no blocks. That's about 2 seconds. It'll run for about 2 seconds before outputting something. And then if every block you add is 1.4 seconds, about. And then the max time is about 450 seconds. So here's, so I can demonstrate that right here. I have 4 blocks in here, and you can see how long it'll run for. It'll be the same amount as that one. Oh. Well, yeah, you saw it run. I think this is set up a little bit incorrectly, but, I'll show you the correct way to do it. There we go. So there was the pulse, and then I can just get a whole stack more. And I can put another 4. Oh no. What did I do? Oh my god, I did it again. I'll just stay with 9. So, and then I press this. It should run for about double the time. This one's broken. But I'll just use this one then. That's kind of embarrassing. But this one should be functioning full steam ahead. So that should be about double the blocks. And you can see that one took way longer to actually run. It does work, trust me. That one just must have some error. I'll have to figure that out later. You might have caught it, and so if you did, post it in the comments for everybody to know so you can learn from my mistakes. That's probably the only reason I'm going to keep it in the video, so that, learn from my mistakes. So you saw it was functioning there. So yeah, right now, I'm going to teach you how to build it. So yeah. So I'm back with all the stuff you'll need and a little bit of a build plate prepared. So it'll fit within this white concrete area. Sound British for a second. So this is all the stuff you'll need. You'll need a button of any kind. I just like to use stone buttons because they look cooler. I feel like, yeah. You'll need a lamp, a building block of any kind, so you can't use like glass or obsidian or bedrock, so a building block. You're gonna need redstone dust, you're gonna need redstone repeaters, redstone comparators, 2 hoppers, 1 observer, 1 piston, 1 sticky piston, and a block of redstone. Also, you'll need some blocks to put inside the hoppers. So let's just get started. Alright, so alright, right here you're gonna want to place a block and then 2 blocks. A block and then 2 blocks later you're gonna want to place another block. Now you're gonna want to put a redstone comparator down like that and down like that. You're gonna want to make sure this little dot is facing out, yeah. And then you're going to want to place a building block right here in front of one of the redstone comparators. On top of that, you're going to want to place a hopper. And you're going to break the block you put under the hopper. Then you're going to want to crouch down. Shift is the key that it's automatically bound to. If you change that, so you're going to want to shift, crouch down. And you're going to want to place a hopper facing into that hopper you just placed. Now you're going to want to break the original hopper. You're going to want to do the same thing facing into the other hopper. So you're just going to want to end up with 2 hoppers facing into each other. I know that explanation was a little confusing. So now you're going to want to crouch down and place a block above each of the comparators. Now you're going to want to place a block facing outwards, in this direction, behind each of these, the blocks you just placed. And now on the right side, this side, you're going to want to place a piston, and then on the left side, you're going to want to place your sticky piston. Now you can break these 2 blocks. You're going to want to place a building block behind this comparator using the crouch method. Same thing back here. And then you're going to want to place redstone dust behind either one of these. Now you're going to want to build 4 blocks behind like that. You're going to want to place a redstone lamp right here on the 3rd block of that 4-block row. And then your building block right behind it. And then a redstone comparator facing into that building block that you just placed. Now you're going to want to place 2 blocks right here, coming out from the 2nd block in that column. Now you're going to want to place your redstone repeaters. 1 redstone repeater. Don't put any ticks on either of them. And then you're going to want to put redstone dust right here, 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 and here. You're going to have it facing into this block. Make sure it's facing into that block. Now, I did forget something. I knew I would. You're gonna want to get redstone torches. I don't need comparators anymore. So yeah, you're gonna want to get redstone torch and place it right there. It should power on this block. Now Dang it. That was an oversight.
Later.
Alright, so I'm back with an extended build platform. You're going to want to place a block right there. No, that's wrong. You're going to place an observer facing into this redstone block, and then a block right here behind this observer. You want to make sure this red dot is facing outwards, and this block is below the direction of that red block, of that red dot. Now, you're going to want to place blocks in this square pattern with a block in between each of them. So actually, what I forgot to mention, you can just take your output from right here if you want a 1 tick pulse. If you don't know what a 1 tick pulse is, it's a pulse that lasts a tenth of a second, which in Minecraft is called a tick. So this is useful for very select things, like if you want to get a sticky piston to spit out its block, or in a few other things. Then you can just take your output from out of this observer directly without doing anything. But if you're going to want a more all-purpose, for lack of a better term, kind of setup with your timer, you're going to want to do the following. You're going to want to place a redstone block a redstone dust right there, and then you must pay attention here. You must pay attention. So this is kind of important. So the way you're gonna want to place these repeaters matters. So this side with the two like sticky outy things, that's your output. That's the front of your repeater, and then the side without it, that's the back. So you're gonna want to place the front of the repeater right here. Make sure the front of the repeater isn't facing into that block. You're going to want to place a repeater right here, making sure the front of this repeater is facing into that block. And you're going to want to place a repeater right here, making sure the front of this repeater is facing into that block. Now, you're going to want to place one last repeater right there, making sure the front of this repeater is facing into that block. Now, you're going to want to click these repeaters exactly as I tell you. You're going to want to right-click this repeater 3 times. Then you're going to want to right-click these 3 1 time each. So 1, 1, 1. So now, we're almost done. You're going to want to place your line like that, and then like that. Well, I mean, you don't have to. Your output's right here. But just to show how this is going to work, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm just gonna put a redstone lamp right here. Now I'm going to, and then this is so you're gonna want to place a repeater, a block right here, with a repeater on it, facing outward, facing this way, and then you're gonna want to place a button attached into this repeater using the crouch method, and then a stone button on top. Oh, technically it doesn't fit in. It's in that block, but it's just a button. Nobody can notice. So, okay, so I'm gonna clear my inventory using a command in the chat. You're gonna type /clear. I mean, if you're in like survival mode, you can't do this, but if it's a good tip if you're in creative mode and you want to clear your inventory without individually dragging everything into the X, you can just type /clear. And what that'll do is that'll remove every item from... What? That's never happened. Alright, you're gonna /clear, and that should remove every item from your inventory. I guess that was a little glitch, or maybe that's a feature, but so it should remove every item from your inventory. And I did that because I'm gonna need to get some blocks. Oh, I forgot to put a redstone block right there. So this is gonna be the last block you're gonna place. You're gonna place a redstone block on this sticky piston. All right, now you can get any block you want, any item, any block, as long as it has like a tile mode right here. Like any, I could use boats. Actually, no. I think they have to be stackable. You can use any stackable item that stacks up to 64. So like I could use. Do these stack into 64? They do. Alright, I can use redstone torches, but just for this purpose. I'm gonna use polished diorite. I'm gonna get 4, and then, so don't freak out when you put these in, because when you put these in, these pistons are gonna start firing. That's a-okay. You want that to happen. All right. So you're gonna want to place your blocks in, and you're gonna want to wait until the blocks end up in this hopper, the one below this, the redstone block. Once you do that, once they end up in this hopper and the pistons aren't firing anymore, guess what? You're completely done. It's finished. I mean, unless you want to dress this up a little bit. Yeah, you're completely done and finished. So once you press this button, pistons will fire like they're supposed to. What? Oh crap, I put this, this repeater was in the wrong position. All right, you're gonna want to put the repeater facing inwards like this, like that, in facing the machine. And now press this button, and the pistons will fire. After your set amount of time, the timer will go off. Now, so that's your finished timer in Minecraft. So, I'm just gonna say a little thing. So, this was my first, this was my second video ever, and my first video with voice in it, with my voice. And just thanks so much for watching. Like, honestly, it means like a butt ton to me. Like, it means a lot, because I've been working really hard for the editing, getting, all my microphone, the new microphone, the better microphone set up, I've just been working really hard on this video, and I know it's not even that good, but it just means like so much that you're watching this. So, enough with the sappy stuff. Go have fun with your redstone timer. This is Mad Panda, peacing out.